these are typical steps, kind of that my office follows, that I think are good practice, kind of like ways that we'll be hopefully exploring later if all of these computers end up working the way we expect them to. You email a set of questionnaires and document checklists to the client, which would be, or the employee, sorry. If I confuse myself and say client now and then, it's because I'm stuck in that mode. But employee for you is your worker. So you send a questionnaire to that person. These are online questionnaires generally. Srini, who was here kind of introducing everybody in the beginning, mentioned that I've been working with INSZoom since 2001 as a consultant, sometimes as an employee, sometimes just as a friend, because Umesh and I are friends. But often, before INSZoom and some of these other, innovations in technology, and some of your companies have built your own kind of visa preparation softwares, I think, because you have the resources to do that. But people used to do this. It was like the Stone Age. The thing that drove Umesh to build this product was he was himself going to U.S. on H1B and did his green card. And the lawyers would send him a questionnaire that was on a piece of paper. And they would say, okay, give us your name and your address and your family and where you work, where you have lived, where you have studied, all of this. And then the next time he would get an extension of his visa, or the next time he would apply for another application, they would say, here, fill this out. And it's the same thing, blank, with, blank every. He's spending hours and hours doing this. So he said, look, there's got to be a better way. And that's what these online questionnaires are about. It's really nice. The employee fills it out online, stores the data, and then it is then reserved in the database for all future use for every visa application. Redundancy is eliminated. Same with the document checklist. Again, the employee has one document checklist. The employer is looking at one document checklist. Everyone's looking at the same list. It's being updated online, and everyone can see where they're at in the process. It's really nice. But that's the first step, is to get the ball into your employee's court. I don't know about you, but I don't like to be, have someone sending me emails, where's this, where's that? I don't like that. I like people to say, wow, that was fast, good job. And so the first thing you do when you know a visa assignment is coming or a project, you just email that questionnaire right now. The next thing you might do is schedule a reminder for yourself to see if that questionnaire is completed. That would be the step 2. If not, you give some follow-up. Where's my questionnaire I sent you? Now, they love that. People love, I know, they kind of hate it on one hand. I hate to be bothered. Why are you bugging me? I'm going to get this for you. But on the other hand, they love it because they know you're not asleep at the wheel. You're sending reminders. Give me your questionnaire. Send me your documents. Where are they? So the other thing is look for the documents from the employee. Let's say they send you a partial list. First thing I do, partial list comes, they sent me a resume, they sent me a diploma, but I'm looking for additional things. I check off what they've sent. I send them another update saying, please send what is missing. There's other things. And this has all got to happen right away. Another thing you do right off the bat is get an educational evaluation. Don't delay these things. One thing for step 5 here, you get your job description from your HR or wherever it's coming from. Go to Department of Labor website. Is this your job, by the way? Do you do this? Do you find the wage? Do you find the prevailing wage? Is that, some of you do this, or do you just wait for someone to tell you, here's your prevailing wage? Well, if you want to know, it's in the materials. How to find the prevailing wage, you can't read that because I see it's in yellow almost, but there is a link in your materials to find the prevailing wage data in the DOL, Department of Labor website. And you can find out what an employee should be paid for a certain kind of work at a certain level in a certain geographical location. And then you take that data and you're going to use it for filling out H1B application forms. Anyway, you prepare all the documents, give to your HR for review, send the documents after they're reviewed to the person who's going to sign those, get your signed forms. Again, these are checklists of steps. Do you like having, do most of you have checklists you work with?
Right.
It's so important, So, is this all kind of it's kind of redundant, huh? We're not in the meat anymore, huh? We're down here in the details. That's okay. A few details. Maybe for 2 or 3 of you, this is important. Next thing, after you get everything ready in a package, you might put a filing letter on it, which means, Dear USCIS, this is from our company. We want you to approve this H1B. Here's what's included. All the forms, the checks, and everything. Again, some of you do this yourselves. Some of you have law firms doing this part. But it varies what you're going to do. You create your own checklist depending on your workflow. You get a receipt. That's step 11. Government will send usually within 2 weeks a receipt saying, here's a case number for that H1B. Here's where you can look for status online and things like that. They tell you when it was received, and that's the H1B receipt notice. You can check your processing times periodically and give your employees updates. Again, how happy is an employee when they get a proactive email from you saying, your H1B has been filed. Next thing, here's your receipt. Now you've got probably 3 months based on current processing times. Maybe 3 months or 2 months into that, looks like you still have another month, or maybe things are delayed, or here's a problem, or RFE has come. They love these updates. People love to be in the loop. Assuming it's approved, you would log all the approval information in your database, making sure that the expiration date, most important, is there. And then you would send the employee an approval package with visa application instructions and forms so they could get their visa. When they enter the U.S., we fill out your I-9, employer verification. Documents required. Again, here are materials. Here in your course materials are exhaustive lists of things that you might provide, things that are always required, sometimes required, just nice to have. There's helpful lists here. One of the things that's always required is every previous immigration document that person has ever had for any reason in the U.S., you have to provide copies. And again, they'll ask, do I need to send you an original? Huh? Do I need originals?